Hello Taurus, hope you're well today. My name is Debbie and welcome to Spirit and You, and also welcome to your December reading. Well Taurus, what I've done, and I'll put the camera down in just a moment to show you, is I've set out a timeline. So I've put 8 cards together to run through the month of December for you. So we'll have a look at those in just a moment. And before I turned on the camera and I was doing some meditating and I was thinking about you, I got my rose quartz out. Here it is. Could be more perfect for you, could it, Taurus? I mean, it's just absolutely beautiful. So that felt right, and it feels right for you because it's just full of love, and it's full of comfort, and it feels luxurious to me, and it feels like a really good massage, which I just imagine would be something you would just love to have right now, or maybe you're even going to have a massage during the course of December. Another message I was getting through as I was concentrating on you was this massive need for you to be in nature, for you to be almost making peace with nature, being comfortable in nature. I've got you sitting really comfortably somewhere, surrounded by beauty, you know, and you feeling really good, you know, almost like you've put on this really comfortable pair of slippers, just fits right, sits right and feels right. And I'm getting that really strongly for you, Taurus, which is kind of where I think you'll want to feel this month. I think you'll feel yourself very drawn to nature. Being an earth sign, that would make perfect sense, but there's something really luxurious about this. I'm getting a sense of a spa weekend, somewhere where you go, where you're in the countryside, surrounded by beauty, having fantastic food, a wonderful massage, you know, maybe a dip in the pool. It all sounds wonderful, doesn't it? And then being out in nature, or looking out this big conservatory and just being surrounded by nature, and you feeling really good about it. Great food, everything, just feeling really comfortable for you. The month of December is going to be a very positive month for you. The reason for that is the energy is very strong for you, and also you've got such a positive outlook. You're very driven, and so I think you're going to produce quite a lot this month. So these cards that I've laid out for you, what I wanted to explain to you was that I'm a medium, so I use the cards as a tool, and I particularly like the Wild Unknown, which is what I'm using in terms of the tarot, because the artistry rather is so beautiful, and I find these cards really resonate with me, and I like to use them. Sometimes I'm you know, most of the time I'm kind of using what comes through, what filters through in terms of how I get the messages from spirit. So the cards are just a tool for me, really. So some of the meanings will maybe you'll think, well, that's not what that card means by tradition, but I'm not working like that. I'm working with the experience and the feeling that I'm getting given and the messages that I have to pass on. So for obvious reasons, not every message that I give today, the whole of this reading can't resonate with everybody. It wouldn't be humanly possible, but it will for a lot of you, and there will be specific messages there that will make sense to you. But for a more in-depth reading, and for us to work one-to-one where the energies are that much stronger, if you go to Spirit in You, to the website, and click on the link there, you can have a reading with me where we can really dive into what's coming through, because the energies will be so much stronger. Having said that, we're still going to get a lot from this reading because it feels really positive to me, and I'm excited to deliver it to you. So I'll pull down the camera in a moment and I'll show you the cards, and we'll go through the reading as it feels for me now. And I've also pulled out an angel card because I do love angels and I feel them with me all the time, and I love that guidance that they give you. So I'll go through that right at the end. But for now, we've got this wonderful rose quartz, which just feels absolutely perfect for you. It couldn't be better. And it's a crystal that I love to scry with. I work a lot with it when I'm sort of sat in this room here giving one-to-one readings. I will often get some rose quartz, particularly this bit. It just sits well in my hand, and I feel that for you, Taurus, that you like things to sit well, to fit well, your socks to be warm, your slippers to fit well, the coat to feel snug. I can imagine this sort of, not so much a real fur, but you know, just a really comfortable coat around you, and gloves that sit just right, you know, it's all that kind of thing. And this rose quartz is emanating that to me as I'm thinking about you and feeling you as a person. So let's get on with the reading. I'll pull the camera down, so just bear with me just a moment while I do that. And let's hope that we've got it all into focus there. That should be right, I think. Yeah. Can you see your lovely rose quartz? Stunning, isn't it? I mean, and again, it sits and feels. It's absolutely beautiful. It's so for you. So lots of love to you. I'm sending you love. It's sending you love. Okay, so here we are. Here's the reading. So first week, second week, third week and fourth week. Now, fluid is very energy. Fluid, no, energy, oh dear, energy is very fluid. And so as we go through these cards, these are giving us a timeline of approximately what's going to go on during the month. It'll span either side. So you start off your month here, my lovely Taurus, with the Four of Pentacles. Perfect, isn't it? Absolutely perfect. And when I look at this card and I think of you and what I've got coming through, what I'm feeling for you, is this sense of stability, this sense of it being very important to you. Material aspects very important to you. Money, your home, particularly your home. I'm getting a real strong sense of home is where the heart is. Home is where I take off my boots when I go into the hallway and I put them up and I belong here. And I've got the sense of I feel very rooted to my home. You know, it's like I've bought my new home and it means everything to me. Or I've lived in my home for years and it's decorated the way I like it and it feels right for me and everything about it is colourful and part of my personality. And I kind of come from a place of home in my heart and where I live, and my energy sort of radiates out from that. That's what it feels like. This is what you feel like. And you know, you've got many facets, many assets to your personality, and you are, when you're in a relationship, whether it's a business relationship or a partnership on a romantic level, you're really in it. You know, those four walls that surround the relationship, that surround the home, that keep you steady are absolutely vital. And you start the month off with this. So I'm feeling a strong sense of material wealth and gains and management. And I'm feeling you managing it. And I feel, you know, beckoned to turn the card over. And the reason for that is I've got you really comfortable here. Now I've got you actually lying down and kind of looking around your home and what you've got and thinking, yep, I planned it just right. It feels lovely. You certainly want that. And there's a great sense of clarity with that as you go into the beginning of the month. Let's just get these cards right as I've just moved them. So here we are now. And then what we've got next is we've got the Four of Cups here. And again, this is very much for me, as I'm feeling it for you, related to the home. And what I'm getting a sense of this is definitely courage of you moving forward in the month, making plans. The number 4 being important. Sorry, just wobbled the table. Number 4 being important, not just because it's 4 there, because I get that sense of 4 and I get the sense of 2 walls, 2 ceilings and then another 2 walls. I know that sounds odd, doesn't it? But it's coming through like that. So it's like I've got all my bases covered. And I get a sense here of you being quite ingenious as well. I get the sense of you looking after your family, looking after those that mean an awful lot to you, and using your powers of persuasion where you need to, but being really ingenious. It feels like if everything fell down tomorrow and we ended up with no money and we were flat broke, I would find a way to provide. I would find a way. I'd find an ingenious way. I'd make ends meet. It feels like I'd make a meal out of nothing. I'm very creative in that respect. I'm quite inspirational as well. You know, if I need to do something, then I tell myself I can do it and I do it. So I've got a massive sense of courage here, clarity here, and the month opening up into something very, very bright for you. So on an emotional level and on a financial level, I feel this sense of really putting things together so they make sense for you, of you knowing what you need to do to make things work on a practical level, financial level, on a material level, and you being really quite cute with it and clever with it. So, and I think there's an element of smartness here. You know, there's an element of yeah, I've got this. I know which way I need to go. So you can hit me with what you want to hit me, and I will just bounce back because there's always a way that I can get around it. That's what it feels like as you're going into this month. And then as we go into sort of approximately the second week here, again, I'm everything about this reading is being drawn to you, your home, and to how you make things happen. And this card is the Nine of Pentacles, which is, in its tradition, would show you've worked really hard. You're starting to realise what you've done and how successful you've been. You're reaping the rewards, and you're kind of you're getting some sort of status here, and that's really important to you. I mean, after all, you are an earth sign, and things like this are important. You know, what you've tried to achieve and what you worked really hard to do and put together is very important to you. And again, I'm getting this sense of number 4. So I'm getting those walls, the house, your bed, the comfort side of things. I'm also getting a sense of you decorating as well, of you making a certain room, particularly your bedroom, look lovely. And that's important because when you relax, you want to relax. So whether you're in your room relaxing or whether you're in your living room, you'll want to make it feel really luxurious and really comfortable. And I've got you doing that. It feels very strong to me. I've also got a sense now of a water sign coming in for you. So this will be relevant to somebody. I'm getting this sense of a Pisces, okay? So for somebody, and this is a lady, by the way. So I'm getting a male, as I look at this card now, a male Taurian, and then I'm getting a Piscean lady coming in, and that being relevant, and that's around the home and love and comfort. So there's definitely a Pisces feel here. Also, when I think of Pisces, not only do I think of it as a water sign, but I think of it being very, very spiritual. So for somebody there, there's a lovely spiritual lady coming in, and the connection will be very strong between the two of you. You will feel as if you've done this before, and this is based around, this one particularly is for love, and it looks straight at the rose quartz. So I know that that's relevant as it hones in and as they pull me to tell you this, okay? So this Piscean lady coming in and being extremely interesting to you, so watch out for her. She's very close to spirit in the way she thinks and she feels. It's quite different to you in some respects, but it will complement you really well because water and earth are fantastic together. They really, really gel well. I feel a sense of real chemistry here, so watch out for that. Ooh, feels nice, okay? And then going on here now into the second week, we're still in the second week, we've got this sense of justice here. Okay, and I'm getting strength when I see justice. Yes, justice can mean karma, and it does mean karma and how we do things. But when I'm getting this for you now, I'm getting a sense of everything coming together. Like, again, this number 4, all 4 corners, everything coming into the middle and everything centering on what is important, which is relationships, our thought processes, and how we do things in life, how we make things happen. And I see you being very decisive with your thought process, very sort of cutting to the chase and understanding that life, if life were just black and white, then it would be pretty miserable, wouldn't it? And I know sometimes that can be a challenge when we think about, well, it should be like this, shouldn't it? Why is it like that? Well, life is just like that. Life has its twists and its turns. It's black and it's white and it's grey and it's coloured. It's all of the realms of the colours. It's every bit of the rainbow. And thank goodness it is. Otherwise, it would be dull, wouldn't it? So this card here says that the justice will be served. It definitely has that meaning. It also means that you can trust yourself with the decisions you make, and it also means that whatever decision you do make in your business or in your love life for that matter, you will make the right decision. And so justice and karma are on your side, which feels really nice because life is very karmic. And what's important in life is that we don't stay in our continuous karmic sort of route where we don't keep doing the same things over and over and over and then wondering why nothing changes. So I feel that things move here with you and all bases are covered, which is lovely for you. And then going into the third week here, we've got the Two of Swords here. And 2 for me means particularly how you feel about yourself. And I'm getting this, Taurus. This is about your no, this is about other people's perception of you. It's important that you have some standing. It's important you feel happy in a relationship. It's important that things are right around you and in your home and in your life generally. And it's also important that you feel that you can make the decisions that you need to make. And I've got it here of that being strong. I've got a sense of you just literally having a moment of, well, I'm feeling slightly indecisive, but actually there is no reason for this because I can really see quite clearly what I want to do. The decisions I make will be the right ones. So I'm going to allow those thoughts to just come into my head, listen to them, and then release them. So I'm only going to take the thoughts that I need to move forward. And I feel as if, you know, I've got this covered. So they are only thoughts. Some of them are useful and some of them aren't. I'm going to take the stuff that's useful only because I feel really quite clear in my mind. And I like to feel like that. I like to make those decisions. I like to have a plan of attack. And this feels like that if anything comes along that makes you second guess yourself, just remember that whatever your first instinct was will be your right one, and to use that hunch, use that gut feeling and use your intuition. You won't be wrong, Taurus. You do have a tendency to be very sure-footed, so use that. And this would really figure as well, the third week or approximately, is here we've got the Eight of Pentacles. Again, you know, just pure strength here. This being you, that lovely earth side of you. This is the universe having your back. This is you with a safety net. This is you using all of that ability that you've got, that ability to, you know, weave your magic, the ability to make something happen, to get to the crux of the matter, to get to the actual point. You don't like being messed around in any way. You like things to be to the point, and this is where you're coming from. You're coming from a point of assurity here. You're coming from, well, don't give me any ripples. The only ripples I like are either the ripple chocolate you can eat or a ripple of some water because I'm bathing in it. I don't want waves that aren't necessary. Therefore, I conclude and I get on with my life in a way that I make things happen and I use the skills that I've got. And this is you really using those skills that you've got, the skills that you've got physically, the skills that you've got emotionally, and the skills that you've got on a practical level. And it's you really finding yourself and being, as I said earlier, being quite apart from inspiring, quite ingenious, quite clever at what you're doing, finding solutions to problems. You know, you're actually you're classing problems as, oh no, I don't think that's a problem. It's something that's presented itself, so it's right in front of me. So here comes the solution. This is how I'm getting out of it. This is what I would do to change the situation. Great sense of strength here in number 8. And look at this. So going into the 4th week, kind of approximately here. There we've got the 4. The 4 of Swords. You know, I had this sense of 4 with you, and it's running all the way through this. This to me again is 4 walls, bases, roots, feet on the ground, home, sorting things out. This would show me as well that, you know, yes, I know you're courageous, aren't you? You're a really strong character, but you're also really gentle and you're really soft. And I want you to be kind to yourself during this month as well. When these thoughts come through, or any difficulties present themselves, or anything that requires you to be in your head longer than you would like to be, because that sense of earth and being grounded is where you want to be. You're not often in your head in a muddled way. So if you do get a moment, you know, meditation's great, just relaxing. You know, I turned the card round earlier and had you lying down. You know what, you could just so easily turn this round here and just be so comfortable meditating, I feel, lying in a bath full of bubbles. I've definitely got you going somewhere lovely this month and relaxing and having some real sensual things done, sort of spas, bubbles, lovely fluffy towels, that kind of thing. And I get that with this sense when I look at this card. Anything that's on your mind, actually, you'll just turn it completely round to a positive. It'll be, yes, it'll be that kind of aha moment, that eureka, that's it. okay, that's what I was thinking, I've got the answers. So this is really good for you. Relax, that's what you've got to do. Look at this at the end of the month. You know, I started this reading with the number 4 and I'm ending it with number 4, and this is absolutely perfect for the way it's coming through for me to you. Taurus, you've got your bases covered here. You know, the Magician is just a fantastic card anyway, because it is you weaving your magic. It's you being a great salesman in the right way. You know, not a salesman that people think, oh please, not you again. No, don't do a sales number on me. It's not that. It's an ability to communicate. It's an ability to love. It's an ability to be practical, and in its ability to use the thoughts that you have in a very practical way so that they become an asset and not a hindrance to you. I don't want you to be stuck in your thoughts, and you're not. Your thoughts are there for you to listen to, take what you need, and release what you don't. And that's really what thoughts are. You know, that sort of, we're the thinker of our own thoughts. So we need thoughts, of course we do, but we take what we need and we leave what we don't. And this is you totally just using all of your resources. This is you working from a very, very grounded, clever place. It feels like as well, it's like my feet are on the ground, so I know what I'm doing. And I've also got this sense of I'm being looked after. You know, there's spirit around me. The universe is giving me a tap on the shoulder and saying, yeah, you've got this right. You know, we're trying to let you know with this message, you've got this right. So I've got this lovely sense of you achieving exactly what you need to achieve on all of the levels, on all 4 cylinders, firing, and all 4 bases, and those 4 walls I was getting. So I know this feels right for you. This is a very positive card. This is you achieving what you need throughout the month, getting to the end of the month, looking back at it, relaxing on something extremely comfortable and enjoying the work that you've put into the month and the rewards that you've been given. So overall, when you look at these cards here, you can see a lovely theme that I'm getting of this kind of starting off the month with how important it is for your family, for your home life, for the way you feel about your life, and that energy that you've got, that you bring into the world, that you bring into your relationship, that you bring into the workplace and your business, whatever that is. You bring that in. You come from a very solid number 4 foundation, and I get that. And again, we've got number 4 here. I mean, 4 just feels like it runs through the entire reading for you. That's what I'm being given, so that's what I've got to give to you, apart from lots of love as well. And you're so good at that. And I do feel this lovely luxurious feel with this. I mean, just look at it. I just see you, you know, needing to pamper yourself, and rightly so, and enjoying every moment of it. Why shouldn't you? And so again, so we've got the lovely 4 here. This is you being ingenuity. That was the word I was looking for. This is you really making something happen. And here with the pentacles, that lovely and I got that lovely feeling of this Piscean lady coming in, and the home being really important, and there's a romance feel here, and you knowing which way to go and making decisions that are right for you. And also if there's anything contractual that comes up, or anything that, you know, agreement that's needed to be signed on a work basis, or just an agreement that you're making with your business partner or your actual romantic partner, it being right for you, and the decision and the way you come to your conclusion will be right and will be fair and will be in your favour. And here with the swords, here with the 2 of swords, this is you just working out what's going on in life and realizing that these are only thoughts, and actually these thoughts that come to me are giving me the decisions, are giving me the advice that I need. So I'm working with that. This is you again with the 8 of the Pentacles, being very, very clever at what you do and weaving your magic, and I'm getting that feeling of a nest, of a net rather, of comfort and luxury and nice things, and you being secure and securing those that you care about. Thoughts on your mind just are thoughts on your mind. I'm getting a strong sense of meditation here, and you just relaxing into something really lovely. As I turned the cards round earlier, here and here, I just want to I want you to relax. It feels like it's exactly what you'll do. And you end the month with this lovely card here, the Magician, showing that actually all bases are covered. We've got this sorted. I'm getting a sense of, you know, affinity, spirit, and just getting a real handle on life, understanding things. The Wild Unknown deck is particularly good at, for me, of giving me a real insight at how these messages feel, what I need to say to you. And I think this reading's beautiful for you. It shows real promise, and it shows a lovely month of luxury and taking care and something interesting coming in, and you really, really getting a handle on what is needed moving forward. I pulled a card for you as well, an angel card, and it said wise decision. And I love that. I just love that. And this is because you know, here, the decision making, think everywhere along here, you are making the decisions that you need to make. And here with the justice, you know, there will be justice and it will be served and it will be wise. So this wise decision is very relevant for you. And again, number 4 comes through for me strongly. So, and I do like this lovely picture. Look at that owl there. I mean, that's very spiritual, isn't it? I mean, owls are great. Owls, they can see for miles. They've got a 360-degree vision, and that's how I feel for you. You know, I'm going all the way around. I can see from every angle, which is how I get this base feeling with you all the time, coming from a really sturdy base. So I want you to be mindful of yourself this month and to take care and to allow yourself some luxury and some privileges and something nice to happen. It is all about that, isn't it? It's all about loving yourself as well as everybody else, because when you love yourself and you treat yourself well, you're able to love people in return, and you do that really well. You take care of your home and everything that's around your home and related to your home and in your home, and that's important to you, and you do that with real love and clarity and kindness, and you set goals. You set goals, they're very important to you, and you stick to your guns. And this is what you'll be doing this month. These goals that you set, you'll be sticking to, rather, setting them and realising them, because I feel things being very sturdy, very solid underneath my feet with you. So it's a lovely month for you, Taurus. Let me just move the camera up and have a chat with you. And there you are. Hello. I hope you enjoyed that reading. So December is looking like a really good month for you. Something interesting coming in, some pampering that's needed, and why ever not, and you having all your bases covered, going in very solidly with an idea that whatever I need to do in terms of my work, in terms of my business, in terms of a partnership or a relationship romantically, it's all going to come together because I've got my bases covered. You've got an awful lot of backing here, and also what you've got, which is totally unique to you because you're such a strong character, is that you've got this ability to make things happen. You personally have got this ability to make things happen. You have a strength of character, and people are drawn to you, and you're also, because you're an earth sign, there's a lovely earthy honesty and groundedness to you, which make people gravitate to you. I get a sense of you just relaxing this month, enjoying the month, celebrating where necessary. Try not to overdo it. You know, it's easy for me to say, isn't it? But December holiday time, we do. But just enjoy that time of family and friends, and looking over what you've achieved and how well you've done and how nice life is, decorating the house, putting lovely things around the house, and just enjoying those creature comforts. So I do see you having a really good month. It is what you make it, and you can make it lovely. You have everything in your soul, in your spirit, to achieve this. So enjoy every moment. Thank you for watching. I will be back in January, which will be interesting. So it'll be a new year, lots to look forward to. I'd like to leave you with this thought of that anything is possible, and with that in mind, take the bull by the horns, as it were, and go forth and enjoy yourself and make the most of every day, because every day is very special. So thank you very much for watching. I'd really appreciate it if you would like this video, and if you would subscribe, and if you would go to Spirit in You. Have a look at what I do, and if you'd like a one-to-one reading with me, it would be my absolute pleasure